back. Had to switch it up. This time we're gonna do a little refurbish. Try to bring it back to life.
That's what we got.
I think it was like, I think he said it's about 40 years old. But this the second time that it's gonna get refurbished. So it's not the first time somebody brought it back to life. This right here gonna be the last time they gonna need it. It's gonna last forever. I hope so. But check it out. This is what he was cooking on right here. He had all kind of racks and cooking racks he bought from Home Depot or something. I don't know. Look, we had a little visitor. I think he got stuck. It's a rat on the rack. Crazy. But anyway, we ain't gonna worry about the racks. But yeah, check out the rust, man. Rust bucket. When they say rust bucket, this is what they talking about right here. It's rusted everywhere. I tried to find somewhere where it wasn't rusted, and it's not. Everything. I don't understand how he made it here, because none of that was connected to the actual frame. When I got under there, it was so rusted that the welds had came off. So it wasn't connected at all. But right here, we're gonna keep these little pieces. The top piece, it was still good. It wasn't that rusted. And it was a nice thick little piece of metal. So we cut that end off and put it right on the square tube. And I got some 1-inch square tube and we're gonna use, instead of I think they used a 1-inch round bar. But we going with the square tubing on this here. We cut that one off because it wasn't serving no purpose. It just sitting there. Just me right here taking a breather. It's hot out there, boy. It's hot. Do you hear me? Man, listen. I had the fan. I put the fan right there. I had the blower on the other side. I put the tent on top of the whole trailer. It couldn't fit in my little work area, so I had to maneuver. But this is how we started off right here. So I put 2 pieces of sheet metal. I cut them. They were 20 inches wide, and I think it was 69 or 68 inches long. And I did it this way. I knew I couldn't make the circumference of getting it back to the tank, like basically like a half a circle. So we don't have that machine. We working with what we got right here. And so I did it as like an octagon, basically. It's the same way you make an octagon. Just tack it down, tack everything, man. I put a lot of tacks on here just to make sure everything was nice and sturdy. Wasn't nothing shaking and moving. But I believe this was, well, I know it was. It was like a boat trailer, or it could have been like a jet ski trailer, right? Because it had the 2 angles pointing the exact same way as I had the 2 sheets. This right here is like my little jig. I made this out of some cardboard. This is a little Amazon box. Sweating it out. I had to show y'all this, right? So you remember the cardboard I had that I did the cutout with? Perfect, bro. Look at this. When I say perfect, I'm talking about perfect. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? We're gonna hit that, we're gonna weld it up, and we're gonna got everything started, sitting in place. Everything welded up, both ends in. Put some good welds down, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna double it up, right? So we're gonna make 2 layers. So this will be like basically where the fire is gonna be at. So I made these 10 inches. It's like they 10 or 8, one of them. But it was I wanted to put it at least where I know the fire is gonna be, right? So if he do decide to burn on just the bottom, it'll be a long time before he burns through both of these sheets of metal, right? So they 1/8 inch thick. So I think it'll last a lot longer by me doubling them up just for extra security. And plus, you don't want to fix something. And I didn't go the cheap route. Like I put the price on them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't cut no slack, right? So you don't want to charge somebody all that money and 2 years later it's a rusted hole at the bottom. Put the last middle piece in. We were good to go. Basically, I just doubled the metal up, just to thicken the walls. Now, my concern is gone because, I don't want it to burn back out a year later. 2 years later, he be calling me back, telling me there's another hole at the bottom. So we did that for security. So I had a 56-inch open. So I split my racks, made them 23 inches a piece. 23 inches wide racks is definitely a wide rack. And not to mention they 32 inches long. This is a 32-inch space right here. So these some nice size racks. Way bigger than racks on my barrel. But I felt that I wanted to use the 1-inch square tubing for the racks. Because I usually use half-inch. I use half-inch square tubing for my barrels. We had to up it a little bit. A lot more security with those 1-inch. They can take a lot of damage. I think some people be pulling their racks out and just throwing them on the ground. There's a lot of people call me, man, my rack broke. Something happened to my rack. There ain't no way nothing happened to that rack. You've been slanging that thing, throwing it to the ground, boom. Trying to get the ashes out for the next cook. You just throw the rack on the ground. But anyway, it's all good. We got the racks, everything fit. It's a nice size. I'm gonna blind you right here. Trigger warning. Watch your eyes. When that hood drop, all the bullshit stop. I put a nice handle on those racks, baby, and I don't care how heavy they are. So we put 2 middle pieces so they wouldn't bend down. Because there's something about those racks over time. After you put a lot of food on them, they tend to bend and kind of warp down a little bit. So you got to put a brace on the bottom and the backside just to lock them in. Make sure they'll stay right there forever. This was the hardest part. I had to grind it, sand it, wash it, and then grind it again. Even after I washed it, this dust right here was still coming up. So I did my best. And I ain't finna be out here all day grinding this thing. I grinded it. I got down to some of the bare metal. There was a lot of dust and undercoat paint or something. I don't know. It was like dirt, rust mixed together. Shit was nasty. But we got it cleaned up to my liking. And once I sprayed it, the first spray was good, but it was a little light. You know what I'm saying? So I let it dry, came back, hit it with a second coat. Chef's kiss, baby. Chef's kiss. Come on, very demure, very cutesy. Yeah, man, how we looking on the racks though, man? Come on now. It's how you want them. Bring your grill to Rick, man. Cold basket, look at it, check me out. Cold basket on the inside now, so he's not burning on that bottom. And I made it where the handle is long enough, you can clearly reach those straight from right here. Pull them out, dump them. We're gonna put some some temperature gauge in, and we're gonna wrap it up. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Appreciate everybody. Like and subscribe.